Hey everyone, it's Chris. Welcome to Cinematic Review's first rewatch episode. I travel back to the theaters to give Robert Pattinson's Batman another try. I still really enjoy Matt Reeves' take on Batman. 3 hours definitely hit me a little bit this time around though. If they would have cut maybe 15 or 20 minutes off, it would have felt much tighter of a movie. But to the film's credit, I was engaged from start to finish. Not even the asshole in front of me who kept playing on his phone could take me out of it. It is probably the most beautifully shot movie I've seen in a while, and I love the look and feel of this Gotham. The cast is phenomenal, and I enjoyed seeing every single one of them become their characters. The music by far is the best of the franchise, and I'm predicting that this Batman theme will quickly become just as iconic as Keaton's. I love Robert Pattinson's version of Batman. For a long time, Affleck was my favorite, but Pattinson has easily dethroned him. All the voiceovers were a great touch to the character and the overall vibe of the movie. I think it was an awesome choice having this Bruce Wayne so broken. It gave a chance for the character to have some growth towards the end. He starts off so violent and brutal, but throughout the film we slowly see him realize that he has to become more for the people of Gotham. He has to become hope. Pattinson does an excellent job at showing Bruce's physical and mental scars throughout the film. This is a Bruce Wayne film just as much as a Batman film. This bat suit by far is my favorite. Making it bulletproof was practical and entertaining. Some may see it as a cop-out, but I think it fits within the universe that Matt Reeves created. It was also a nice touch making the bat symbol his version of the Batarang. The Batmobile in this universe is the beast, and I love the muscle car look to it. It was reminiscent of the animated series' Batmobile. A lot of this movie reminds me of the series, especially Gotham itself. The car chase scene felt a bit long, but it was still really enjoyable. Something I didn't know the first time around was that the whole car chase scene was done practically. Even the fire jump at the end was real. All the gadgets were awesome as well. The contact lens was really unique and something we haven't seen before. The grappling hook coming out of his arm would have to be my favorite though. It's very practical and it's another unique take on the character. All the character relationships are terrific, especially the chemistry between Pattinson and Zoe Kravitz's Selena Kyle. They are really good together and Zoe's version of Selena is really compelling. The audience instantly falls in love with her. She's sexy, badass, and violent when she needs to be. The love between Bruce and Selena stands out the most, and it's enjoyable to watch every scene that they're in together. Another awesome relationship is Gordon and Batman. Jeffrey Wright is always a joy to watch on screen, and he doesn't disappoint as James Gordon. Every back and forth they have is perfectly written, especially when they're plotting against the cops at headquarters. I'm excited to see Wright portray Gordon again in his spin-off series on HBO. The weakest relationship would have to be Bruce and Alfred, which is a bit of a bummer because Alfred is such a major part of Bruce's life. I think it was a missed opportunity for them to kill off Alfred in order to create character growth within Bruce. It would have also given the audience a gut-wrenching moment that would last forever. I understand why they didn't kill him off, though. I'm sure they have bigger plans for him in the 2 sequels coming up. Paul Dano's take on the Riddler was insanely good. It gave me serious John Doe and Seven vibes. As a huge fan of that movie, the similarities are clearly visible, especially seeing the Riddler's apartment with the journals and weird experiments laying around. The riddles weren't groundbreaking, but they were still entertaining. It showed how great a detective Batman really is. That's something we haven't seen much in previous films. The Arkham video games are probably the best take on it. Colin Farrell is still unrecognizable as Penguin. Hats off to whoever was in charge of that whole process. This film had a lot of characters in it, but every single one didn't overstay their welcome. The Penguin was in the movie for the right amount of time, and I'm excited for his spin-off series that will explore more of his rise to power. Aside from the crime thriller vibes, the action scenes are probably my favorite part of the movie. Both Iceberg Lounge fights were perfectly choreographed and entertaining. Pattinson fighting all the thugs on the staircase was awesome. We get another hallway scene to add to the collection as well. My favorite action scene would have to be on top of the stadium. From start to finish, I have chicken skin all over my body. Pattinson crashing in through the roof with the music cue is just perfect. We get to see how much he cares for Selena in this scene also. He shoots himself up with the adrenaline in order to beat the shit out of a guy that was fighting her. The one negative I still have is the Joker reveal at the end. It should have been cut out because it was not really necessary. I know they wanted to set up the sequel, but we didn't really need it. We have gotten so much Joker in the last 2 decades, but it's Batman, and you can't have Batman without Joker. So I'm curious to see what Matt Reeves does with the character. Overall, I love the Batman. It's very entertaining for a 3-hour movie. The cast and action scenes make the ride worth it in the end. It's still my number 2 behind The Dark Knight, though. Dark Knight had a way better villain in Heath Ledger's Joker, and the twists were better written as well. There was too much confusion with the Thomas Wayne subplot, And they should have just stayed with Thomas being the bad guy instead of hinting at it and then immediately going back on it a couple of scenes later. I highly recommend seeing this film in theaters. It's beautifully shot and the music is incredible.